Okay, there's another little kink to the idea, and it would require a whole bunch of studies to prove or disprove it. But um, it could be that the reason why buttered popcorn tastes so much better at theaters is because of the body odor. And um, when you go to see a film, you're in a room with a bunch of other people, and it's not only the body odor, it's the buttered popcorn, it's the chocolate, it's what you have in that experience, all the smells and the sounds and everything that you associate with the experience might actually be the reason why the buttered popcorn tastes so much better in the theater. Is the psychological experience of having gone to the theater, reinforced by family tradition of going to theaters, friendly traditions. Those traditions have built up in, along with seeing the greatest movies and stuff, seeing bad movies, and having all that experience tied up with going to the theater. That's true with a lot of stuff. Is that the good things that you associate with stuff may not be the flavor of the butter popcorn or the flavor of the Hershey's chocolate that contains butyric acid, because it increases the shelf life but tastes like puke to Europeans. Um, I can prove that one, by the way. Rose McGowan, who grew up in Italy, claimed that there was a man there that befriended her and her brother and fed her rancid chocolate, Kit Kats, Hershey's Kit Kats. And I sent her a message via Cameo or whatever, and I said, Hershey's chocolate contains butyric acid. It isn't rancid. It's that it tastes like puke to anybody in Europe. Adam Ragusea will tell you about this. He's got 5 million viewership, and he'll tell you about the reason why Hershey's chocolate contains butyric acid is to increase its shelf life, because normal chocolate you have to eat shortly after, otherwise it goes bad. So, in order to prevent that, it contains a kind of soured milk ingredient in place of the regular milk, and that increases the shelf life. It's also what permitted them to drop Hershey's chocolate bars during World War II to people who were, I guess, malnourished or something. Drop chocolate bars for the people in the war or whatever, so they have something to eat. Uh, that was what's going to permit it to survive. So during the war, chocolate and all that other stuff was rationed because they were giving it to the people out on the front lines, you know. And then they'd say, well, uh, they didn't do that with popcorn and salt. Those were readily available. But I think that the real reason was a number of reasons, and one of them was body odor. That if you had a theater and a bunch of people came together to see that theater, there could be different kinds of body odor. And for one, it's going to be kind of disgusting for that reason. It's going to be um, it's going to be a distraction to have all those body odors there. And what's the best way of averaging that all out and hiding the experience of the parts that you can't stand about going to a theater, and that is the way people smell. Serve butter popcorn, and it'll mask out the smell. And then people will buy the buttered popcorn because everybody's eating the buttered popcorn, It's going to be like, wow, that smells so good. And then I'll have one, and pretty soon your body odor is completely masked. But it may be that the secret ingredient to the popcorn and the chocolate and all the things is, one is it's the the happy experience And the dopamine from watching the show and all that stuff is getting reinforced with the body odor. And so the body odor is another aspect. It's the pheromone that people give off when they're happy in the theater. It's got to be the reason why, It's got to be the reason why the popcorn doesn't taste as good at home as it does in the theater. It's a psychological thing.